Hi students, today I am going to make a video of model paper of science for SSLC students. So let's see from first. So first main is choose the correct answer. So here we can see 8. So what happens when carbon dioxide is passed in lime water? So when we pass carbon dioxide in the lime water, what happens? So lime water turns red because of formation of calcium carbonate. Lime water turns milky because of formation of calcium carbonate. Lime water turns milky because of formation of water. Lime water turns red because of formation of copper sulfate. So we know that lime water is a calcium oxide. So calcium oxide is reacted with carbon dioxide. We will get calcium carbonate. So we should get calcium carbonate and it should be in white color. Calcium carbonate's color is white. So what is the right answer is B. Lime water turns milky white color because of formation of calcium carbonate. So that is the right answer. Next, the pH value of 4 solutions P, Q or S, they given the pH values 7.8, 1, 13 and 1.4 respectively. The solution having highest hydrogen ion concentration among them. So hydrogen ion concentration is H plus ions. So we know that high H plus ions will be present for acids. So when we see here, water acid 7.8 is a base. Above 7 is a base. So 13.0 is also above 7, it is also a base. And these two are acids, 1.0 and 1.4. So in this, which is having less value. So 0 to 7 will be acid. Less value will be acid, more strong acid. More value will be a weak acid. So strong acid will have more H plus ions. So answer is 1.0, that is nothing but Q. So answer is Q. Then next is the ability of a metal to be drawn into a thin wire is called, what it is called, ductility. So ductility means the ability of a metal to form into a wire. Then what is malleability? The ability of a metal to make it into a thin sheet is malleability. Sonoricity, to make sound, the ability of a metal to make sound is sonoricity. Conductivity means the ability of a metal to conduct electricity into it. It is called conductivity. So the answer is ductility. Then which organism can live without oxygen in the air? So these are anaerobic organisms which can live without oxygen. So fungi, amoeba, yeast, worm. So yeast is the anaerobic organism because fungi, amoeba, worms are aerobic organisms. So they breathe with the help of oxygen. Then involuntary actions in the body are controlled by. Involuntary means the actions which are not controlled by us. Involuntary actions which are controlled by medulla in forebrain, medulla in midbrain, medulla in hindbrain, medulla in spinal cord. So we actually know that all the involuntary actions will be controlled by medulla in hindbrain. Then the device used for producing electric current, so is called, we know that whatever is the device which is used to produce electric current is generator. Yes, no? So then others we can see here, galvanometer, ammeter, motor. So galvanometer and ammeter, they are not used to produce electric current, and motor, it will convert electric current into mechanical energy. So it is not a correct answer. Generator is the answer. Then an object placed between F and 2F of a convex lens will produce. So when an object is placed between the F and 2F of a convex lens, it will produce a real and inverted image. We know that. Then the correct order of atomic size of the elements. They gave the elements. We should find out the atomic size of the elements. So lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium. So answer is lithium. We should write it according to the in the periodic table. So down the group there will be increase in the size. So what is its correct order is lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium. Same they gave. So option is D. So same like that only. So actually it is omitted now. This chapter is omitted, so no need. But just for the information I give. Next, which substances get oxidized in rancidity of food? So what is rancidity? So rancidity means it is getting oxidized. The food getting oxidized means reacting with oxygen. So the fats and oils which are present in the food will get oxidized and it will turn to rancid, means it will get spoiled. Then what is an ore? So in metals and non-metals, so it is there. An ore is a rocky material which contains sufficient quantity of mineral so that the metal can be extracted profitably. So it is one rocky material which contains so much of mineral. From that we can extract the metal. So like for example, zinc blende, it is an ore of zinc from which zinc can be extracted profitably. So that is ore. Next, define the term hormones target organs. What are hormones? So whatever are the chemical substances that are secreted by endocrine glands are called hormones, and they are the hormones which act on that organs are called target organs. Next, state the function of digestive system. So what the digestive system will do? The digestive systems are hydrolytic protein aqueous substances which break down the complex and insoluble components of food into simple, soluble and absorbable substances. So digestive enzymes will help to break the complex and insoluble substances to simple substances. That is the main function of digestion, no? So converting or breaking down of insoluble substances to simple soluble substances. Then next is, what is electric resistance? So the opposition offered by a conductor to the flow of current. So whenever the current is flowing, so opposition will be offered by a conductor, that is nothing but electric resistance, and it is its SI unit is ohm. So it is represented by this symbol. Then all the household electrical appliances are connected in parallel. So all the appliances are connected in parallel. What is its advantages? They ask. List 2 advantages of this type of arrangement. So to have equal potential difference. When all the appliances are connected parallelly, they will have same potential differences across each appliance, and each appliance have separate switch to on or off. So when one goes, all will not go. So they will have individual switch on or off so that the flow of current through it, so that each circuit will work independently. So these are the 2 advantages. They repeated this point. So these are the 2 advantages. Next, what is an ester? So a compound produced by the reaction between carbolic acid and alcohol with the elimination of molecule of water is known as ester. So carbon and its compounds lesson in this. So carbolic acid and alcohol, when they both reacted, we will get ester. So ethanoic acid reacts with ethanol in the presence of sulfuric acid to form ethyl ethanoate along with the water. Ethyl ethanoate is nothing but a ester. Then, so next question is, what are periods? This lesson is omitted this year, so no need. Next one, this also is omitted. So we completed the 1 mark questions. Now 2 mark questions. I think this is also omitted, so no need to explain. Next question I am going. The next question is, what is alkali? Give any 2 examples. So alkali means we know whatever are the bases which are soluble are called alkali. So easily we can write soluble base is known as alkali. Examples like sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide. These are the 2 examples. Next, mention the function of testosterone. So what is testosterone? So it is a male sex hormone. It is responsible for the appearance of secondary sexual characters in males. The secondary sexual characters such as appearance of beard, mustache and low pitch voice etc. appear at puberty in boys. So this is about reproduction in animals. In that lesson it is there. So we can write the functions of testosterone like that. Next, what are the advantages of connecting electrical devices in parallel with the battery instead of connecting them in series? So what are the advantages if we connect the electrical device in parallel instead of connecting it in series? So let's see. The following are the advantages of connecting electrical devices in parallel with the battery. We'll see. Voltage across each electrical device is same. So here also I explained the same. Potential difference will be same. So the same we can write. Here voltage will be same and device can take current as per its resistance. Then separate on or off switches can be applied across each device, hence they can be operated independent of one another. So separately every device will have separate switches. So whenever we want we can switch off or on. So it is not possible in series. Then total resistance in parallel circuit decreases. So hence greater current may be drawn from the cell as per the requirement of the devices. So total resistance will be decreasing, so more current will be passed. So how much current we want we can use according to our requirement. Then even if electrical device fuse or fails, other device will continue to work. If one device fails, all will not fail. So because they are connected in a parallel, they are working separately, independently, all the other devices will be working. But in series, if one fails, all will be failed. So these are all the advantages of connecting an electrical device in parallel instead of connecting them in a series. Then what is alternating current? Represent direct and alternating current graphically. So first we should write what is alternating current. An electrical current whose direction keeps on changing regularly. So whatever is the current whose direction is changing regularly, it is called alternating current. We can call it as oscillating current also. Draw a neat label diagram showing the germination of pollen and stigma. So we can write this, draw the diagram of showing the germination of pollen and stigma. Next, so state Mendeleev's periodic law, it is not there, it is omitted this year. Next, list some of the materials that can be reused and recycled. So many of the things we use in our daily life we can be reused, like bottles, cloth bags, old cloth, furniture, newspapers, etc. So like we can write it in general. Next, so in the following schematic diagram for the preparation of hydrogen gas as shown in the figure, what would happen if the following changes are made? So this diagram they gave. First, in the place of zinc granules, some amount of zinc dust is taken in the test tube. So in the place of zinc granules, they took zinc dust, and instead of dilute sulfuric acid, dilute hydrochloric acid is added. Instead of dilute sulfuric acid, they added dilute hydrochloric acid, and sodium hydroxide is taken in place of dilute sulfuric acid, and test tube is heated. So sodium hydroxide is taken instead of that, and it is heated. What happens? So hydrogen gas will evolve with greater speed when we take zinc instead of zinc granules. If we take zinc dust, because zinc dust very small particles, so very fast reaction it will occur, so that hydrogen gas will be evolved with great speed. Next, instead of dilute sulfuric acid, if we add dilute hydrochloric acid, then almost same amount of gas is evolved. If sodium hydroxide is taken in place of dilute sulfuric acid and test tube is heated, so if sodium hydroxide is taken, hydrogen gas will be evolved only on heating, because sodium hydroxide reacts with zinc to form sodium zincate and hydrogen gas is released. The sulfuric acid will vigorously react, but it will take so much time for sodium hydroxide. When it is heated, it will react. So these are the reactions changes occurring. Then what is meant by corrosion? So why do aluminum sheets not corrode easily? Why is copper vessel with a green coating when exposed to air? So what is corrosion? Slow eating of metals due to attack of atmospheric gases to convert the metal into its oxides, sulfides or carbonates is called corrosion. So we know what is corrosion. Metals will be attacked by the atmospheric gases. It will be converted into its oxides or sulfides or carbonates. It is called corrosion. Then aluminum sheets will not get corrode easily because aluminum reacts with the oxygen to form aluminum oxide. So a protective layer is formed on its surface to prevent it from further corrosion. So one protective layer of this aluminum oxide will be formed. It will prevent it from further corrosion, so it will not get corrode easily. Then copper vessels, it will form copper oxide when it directly get contact with air and moisture. That is why it will corrode and form a green color coating when exposed to air. So all these are related to corrosion only. Then calculate the electrical energy consumed by 1200 watts toaster in 13 minutes. What will be the cost of using the same for 1 month if 1 unit of electricity costs rupees 4? So what they gave, 1200 watts is a power. they gave. Power P. Time they gave 30 minutes. So we converted it into hours. So 0.5. So 30 by 60. So 1 minute. So 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So 30 by 60, 0.5 hours. Then we should convert. We should calculate electric energy. That calculate the electric energy. So is equal to power into time. So we got 0.6 kilowatt per hour. And they asked in 30. So in 30 days, how much in 1 month? 30 days. So energy consumed in 30 days is, this is for 1 day. For 30 days, we multiply it with 30. And they asked the cost. So because electricity costs, if 1 unit of electricity costs 4 rupees. So how much for 4 rupees. So cost of using 18 units. So we got 18 units for 30 days. So 1 unit cost is 4. So for 18 units, 4 into 18, 72 rupees. So like this we can calculate. It's easy. So we should remember the formula. Electrical energy is equal to power into time. And energy consumed in 30 days means like unitary method. So for 1 day this much, 30 days we should multiply it with 30. After that we will get how much it is consumed in 1 month. So 1 unit costs 4 rupees. So for 18 units, again multiplying with 18, 4 into 18 will get 72 rupees. So like this we can do. Next. So write some of the advantages of nuclear fission over nuclear fission for producing electricity. So nuclear fusion is advantageous than fission. So there is difference. Fusion means combining. Fission means dividing. So energy released in fusion reactions is much more than liberated in fission reactions. In fusion reactions, energy will be released more than fission. And the products are non-radioactive and less pollution problems will be there. So these are the advantages. Then what will happen if we kill an organism at one trophic level? So at one trophic level, if we kill the organisms, what happens? So what happens? The population of the organisms in the previous trophic level will increase. Because if we kill one trophic level organisms, it will not be eaten by other. That's why their population will increase. The organisms in next trophic level will not get food. Because if we kill one trophic level, they will not get food for other. So they will migrate to some other ecosystem or die because of no food due to starvation. So because of all this, finally we will get an ecological imbalance in the food chain. So like this we can write. Then what are the properties of magnetic lines of force? So what are magnetic lines of force? We know that they are the imaginary lines which represent the direction of magnetic field. So these are magnetic lines of force. So these will be closed curves. We know outside the magnet the direction is from north to south pole, but inside the magnet it will be from south to north pole. They neither have an origin nor end. They will not have origin, means a starting point or end point, and they will not intersect each other, because if they do so, it means two value of magnetic field at a single point, which is not possible. So we'll always have north direction, south direction. It will not meet each other. That's why, so they will not intersect with each other. At the poles of the magnet, the magnetic field will be strong, because the lines of force are there crowded together, and away from the force the magnetic field will be weak. So like this we can list out the properties of magnetic lines of force. Then explain the term analogous and homologous organs with examples. So this is also omitted, so no need to learn. Next, name the human male reproductive organ that produces sperms and secrete hormones. Write the function of hormones secreted. So human male reproductive organ that produces sperms and also secrete hormones is nothing but testis. So this testis will secrete testosterone. So what are the functions of testosterone? It will regulate the formation of sperm, secondary sexual characters in males such as mustache, beard, voice, change in voice, etc. And then name the part of the human reproductive system where fertilization and implantation occurs. Fertilization occurs in oviduct and implantation occurs in uterus in females. So like this we can write. Next, write the molecular and structural formula of cyclohexane and benzene. So cyclohexane molecular formula you should write, both you should write. If you skip one also, marks will be cut. So molecular formula will be is C6H12 and structure we can write very easy, 6 carbons with 2 hydrogens each. Then benzene is C6H6. So benzene is C6H6. with alternate single bond and double bond and one hydrogen for each. So like this we can write. Next, so this is all about the fourth main. So we discussed 3 marks questions. Next is 4 marks questions. Let's discuss. So first they give from physics problem. Let's see. If the image formed by a lens is diminished in size and erect for all positions of object, what type of lens it is? So name the point on the lens through which a ray of light passed undeviated. An object is placed perpendicular to the principal axis of convex lens of focal length 20 centimeters. The distance of the object from the lens is 30 centimeters. Find position, magnification and nature of the image formed. So here they gave the image formed by a lens is diminished in size and erect. So from this we can find out it is a concave lens. And name the point on the lens through which a ray of light passes undeviated. That is nothing but optical center. Then C is an object is placed perpendicular to the principal axis of a convex lens. So they gave focal length f is equal to 20 centimeters and the distance of the object from the lens is mu is equal to minus 30. So using the lens formula we can find out 1 by v minus 1 by u is equal to 1 by f. So from this 1 by v is equal to 1 by f plus 1 by u. So they calculated by putting the values. We'll get 1 by v is equal to 1 by 60. So v is equal to 60. So like this we can find out the v, and the position sign, positive sign of v shows the image is formed at a distance of 60 centimeters on the other side of the optical center. So because it is positive sign. Then magnification we can find out by v by u formula. So 60 by minus 30, that is equal to minus 2. The image is 2 times enlarged. So here the negative sign of m shows the image is real and inverted form. So like this we can find out. So what is the lens formula? 1 by v minus 1 by u is equal to 1 by f. And what is the magnification formula? V by u. So then next question is answer the following questions on the basis of the diagram of biogas plant given. What is biomass? How is biogas obtained? I think this is also not there. This year they omitted this. Next, what is the chemical name of baking soda? So baking soda, so we know what is the chemical name of baking soda is nothing but sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate. We can write NaHCO3. And how it is manufactured, they wrote. So baking soda is prepared by passing carbon dioxide through NaCl brine saturated with NH3. So NaCl plus H2O with carbon dioxide and NH3. So we will get NH4Cl ammonium chloride and NaHCO3. That is nothing but sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate, nothing but our baking soda. It can also be prepared by passing carbon dioxide through sodium carbonate. So what are its properties and uses? They asked. It is a white crystalline solid, stable in air, sparingly soluble in water. On heating it decomposes to Na2CO3 and CO2. It also reacts with acids with efference to give CO2 gas. It reacts with acids to give CO2. It is used in medicines as an antacid, as a constituent of baking powder for preparing fluffy food like cake, bread, etc. And it is also used in fire extinguishers. So like this, they gave next. Next is an object 5 centimeters in length is held 25 centimeters away from a converging lens of focal length 10 centimeters. Draw the ray diagram and find the position, size and nature of the image formed and find the height of the image. So object size they gave, object distance they gave, focal length they gave, image distance we should find out. So we can draw like this. So and the lens is converging lens, and so 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. By substituting the values, so 1 by 10 is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by minus 25. So by taking the LCM, 1 by v is equal to 3 by 50. So v is equal to, they divided 16 by 66 centimeters. So a real image is formed on the other side of the lens because it is a positive sign, 16.66. And magnification, we know the formula v by u. So minus 0.66. And magnification is equal to height of the image by height of the object. Like this also we can find out. So 0.66 is equal to 5 by this height we don't know. So like this we can find out. So h is equal to minus 0.66 into 5, that is equal to 3.3. So here a real inverted and diminished image is formed below the principal axis. So because it is minus, so it is a diminished real and inverted image. So like this we can find out. Then the last main, if you come, this is a 5 marks. They gave heart diagram. Draw a neat diagram of a heart and explain the following terms. So we should explain the terms like heartbeat, blood pressure and pulse. So what is heartbeat? We know that the contraction of heart muscles is called systole and relaxation of muscle is called diastole. One systole and one diastole together form heartbeat. It is measured by an instrument called stethoscope. In a healthy individual, the heart is about 72. Heartbeat is about 72 per minute. Then what is blood pressure? When the left ventricle contracts, the blood is pumped into the aorta and then through it branches. So the blood exerts a pressure on the walls of the arteries, which is known as blood pressure, and the instrument used to measure blood pressure is sphygmomanometer. In healthy individual, the blood pressure is in the range of 120 by 80 millimeters Hg. Then they ask what is pulse. So when left ventricle contracts, the blood is pushed into aorta and its branches. The elastic wall of artery relax and the contract when blood flows forward. This forms a wave-like movement in the wall of the arteries. So when left ventricle contracts, the blood will be pushed into aorta and its branches. So then what happens, because of this elastic nature of this artery, it will relax. Again it will contract. Because of this contraction, relaxation, so blood will flow like a waves. So because of this, it will create some pulse. So the rate of pulse is same as the heartbeat. How much heartbeat, how the heart beats, like that only the pulse will be there. So it can be detected in the arteries of some regions, like at the wrist, below the thumb, etc. So this is all about our heart and heartbeat, blood pressure, pulse. So this is end of our model paper. So go on to this, learn. Thank you.